I briefly played Superbrothers Sword and Sworcery EP when it was only on mobile platforms. I enjoyed its bite-sized episodes and its presentation. The game still looks and sounds great. I remember giving up very quickly because of how fidgety I found certain touchscreen controls, the combat in particular. Now, controlling the game with a mouse on the PC port, I still find the controls fidgety, but this time it has to do with movement. Specifically, the double click and hold to keep the character walking through the landscape. That it resets each new screen wore on me throughout my playthrough. The combat was simple with a mouse, just click the sword or the shield. It makes me wonder what I was having trouble with on the touchscreen. Superbrothers has an art style that I love and have not grown tired of, even though many other games have used similar styles over the years. I think of it as suggesting low-quality pixel art, but being anything but. It makes me think of the Atari, the NES, and late 80s pixelated adventure games. I love the idea that an art style can make me think of that era, but if I go and look at those games, I realize it's nothing even close to it. I think the sound is part of it. The level of ambience as I walked through the brush centered me in the world. When the groovy tunes piped in, I bobbed my head along with them. The game has a strange relationship to music. EP is in the title, and when opening a new chapter, a vinyl record starts playing. I only got a short way through the second chapter, but I wonder if each record has its own themes and style. This is normally where I talk about my least favorite thing about the game, but we've already covered that. It was how cumbersome moving the character around with the mouse was, especially screen to screen. It just goes to show the problems that can arise porting from one system to another. Often games are designed for the strengths of their original platform, and that includes the controller. When porting, compromises have to be made. I'm sure given enough time I would have warmed up to the way the game works, but for how delightful I found its presentation, interfacing with the world was a barrier, and it kept me from enjoying myself. So, would I recommend Superbrothers Sword and Sworcery EP? No. I think as an example of what mobile games could be back in 2011, it warrants a look, on its original iOS platform. The game still looks and sounds great, and perhaps I'm alone in having problems with the controls. If you have given it a try and had no difficulties, then I wish you an enjoyable gaming experience. Finally, you might be wondering about the weird way I've been saying sorcery this whole video. In the title of the game, there's a W in the word sorcery, just like in the word sword. It should be silent, I know. I don't say sword, but saying sorcery amused me, so here we are. Deal.